Good afternoon, Bermuda. This is Michael Weeks, the Minister of National Security. I'm here this afternoon after our 3 p.m. update with Ms. Michelle Pitcher of the Bermuda Weather Service and Mr. Lyndon Raynor of the Disaster Risk Reduction and Mitigation Team. We hand it right over to Ms. Michelle Pitcher.
Thank you, Minister. Good afternoon, Bermuda. As of the 3 p.m. update and in consultation with the National Hurricane Center, we have downgraded the hurricane warning to a tropical storm warning. Now we're still experiencing squally showers in the area, which is bringing gusts up to hurricane force, so it's still quite rough out there. We are starting to see a little bit of a diminishing of the worst conditions. However, we still expect another hour or two of really strong wind gusts in the strong tropical storm force wind category, if not still trying to reach hurricane force. All of these gusts in association with these squally showers, as we're still seeing rain bands over the island. Just to reiterate some statistics that I shared earlier, we did record Category 1 hurricane force winds around 2 a.m. this morning at the National Museum of Bermuda. Those maximum sustained winds were 77 knots with gusts up to 95 knots. The airport reached 57 knots sustained with gusts up to 73 knots sustained. We're estimating the passage of the eye was from 5:30 to 8:30 a.m., though we know that winds were lighter than tropical storm force for a little bit longer than that. Once the eye had cleared the area, we did have our winds increase back up to just about hurricane force at National Museum of Bermuda. And gusts again have been hurricane force, especially in these squally showers. So far, we have precipitation totals from 3 p.m. yesterday to 3 p.m. today of 6.2 inches, and more rain is falling with these rain bands that are moving away from the area. I hope everybody stays safe, and it looks like we're going to be under a tropical storm force warning at least through the early this evening, if not into midnight today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle, for that update. We will now hand it over to Mr. Lyndon Raynor of the Disaster Risk Reduction and Mitigation Team. Lyndon?
Good afternoon, Minister. Thank you. Presently, as we are in this meeting, I can report that the Bermuda Police Service and all other agencies are actively out on the road now. The police are conducting assessment and general patrols. They are reporting a number of downed trees and blocked roads. So from a public safety point of view, members of the public, if you do not have to be on the road, please stay off, as this will assist our regiment, our public works and parks department crews who are out clearing the roads and assisting Belco with their efforts in restoration of power. The Belco teams are out in full force across the island. So hopefully we will be able to start to see the restoration of electricity across the island. I'm also pleased to report there's been very few calls for service, and what calls for service, emergency calls for service, has been primarily for flooding. The Bermuda Fire Services has their priority list, and they will be attending these calls for service in due course. There's no change with the status of persons at the shelter at Cedar Bridge. We still have 11 persons, so that's all in hand. As far as the causeway, every attempt has been made to have this causeway checked and try to have it open as early as possible, but we have to understand that part of the checking of the causeway is the underbelly or the underside of the causeway. And that can only be done by the structural engineer when he's able to get into a boat and safely carry out these checks. At the moment, the sea state is not a good time for it to happen, but we are hopeful that the seas will calm down soon enough so that this check can be done, because what is also contingent on the causeway being open is the airport is contingent on the causeway being open, so that as soon as we can get the causeway open, the airport will be open. But otherwise than that, the overall message is we're asking the public to still be patient, stay off the road as much as possible. If you do have to travel, do so with utmost care because of the debris and down wires and trees and whatnot that's on the road. But again, I can emphasize, if you do not have to be on the road, please do not travel because your traveling on the road will hamper our restoration process. Minister, that's all I have at the moment.
Thank you for that, Lyndon. And I just want to reiterate some of the things that you said. Even though we have been downgraded from hurricane to tropical storm, we must remember that some tropical storm gusts will be intense. So we have to be mindful of that. But the good news is that the weather is such that our crews are now able to be out there. So Belco is out, the regiment will be out, the police are out. So we have to remind the public that in order for us to get back up and running as soon as possible, we have to allow the emergency crews and the cleanup crews to do what they got to do. There's a lot of down wires and foliage, so the situation can be dangerous. So for us to be out walking and driving and whatnot, we could create more harm than good. So with our resilience, if we are able to let these emergency crews do what they got to do, we could be up and running again by Monday morning as a testament to the expertise and the strength of our crews. So Bermuda, stay safe, but please remember to let our emergency crews have priority. So if you don't have to go anywhere tonight, please stay off the roads. Thank you.